the poll also took the temperature on some of the biggest domestic and international stories so far in 2026. I do want to first set our sights abroad. Let's look at South America, because in a stunning middle-of-the-night operation the beginning of January, U.S. forces captured Venezuela's sitting leader, Nicolas Maduro. They then brought him to New York City, where he faces drug, narco-terrorism, and weapons charges. After the attack, President Trump did say that the United States is going to run Venezuela, and we will be heavily involved in the country's oil industry. How are voters feeling about this?
And I think this is where the Trump administration actually sees some of their best numbers. So 46% disapprove of the administration's actions in Venezuela, 39% approve. So that's just 7 points there of net disapproval. Again, it's going to get worse as we go through some of these other policies and actions of the administration. But I think that this is a bit of a highlight. I think that there are folks out there who do like the actions in Venezuela. And if we look at Hispanics specifically, because this certainly affects the Hispanic community, a lot of them are interested in this, we see that they approve overall, 44% versus 37% disapprove. I think that that's kind of an important number to keep in mind. Hispanics played a major role in the 2024 election with some, as we've seen, swings towards Trump. So that may hold. That may hold during the midterms. We're not seeing evidence of that yet. But things like this are things that might resonate with that community and that could help electorally.
When describing his foreign policy after the capture of Maduro, President Trump did say, "We've now superseded the Monroe Doctrine. It's now the Donroe Doctrine." And he used this Donroe Doctrine policy to justify his push to acquire Greenland. He says that the United States needs it for national security purposes. But this idea is not popular amongst the people of Greenland. Certainly, if we saw on the stage at Davos this week, it's not popular amongst European leaders. But do Americans like this idea? Do Americans want the United States to acquire Greenland? What does that look like?
And Brittany, we actually tested this last year around the same time, and we found that overall Americans did not want to add Greenland as a territory to the U.S. And now it's only gotten worse. 50%, a majority, a bare majority, are opposed to Greenland becoming a part of the U.S. or becoming a territory in any sort of way. 28% support. So that's very low support, just about a quarter of the electorate. That opposition has increased by a net of 8 points since last year, 1 year ago. So this is not a popular proposal. I know that this has shifted to some degree, and that it isn't necessarily a proposal to take all of Greenland. We've seen a few different bits of reporting that there might be military bases. We'll test that in the future, depending on whatever that policy ends up being. But right now, we see that the vast majority are not supportive of adding Greenland as any sort of territory to the U.S.